Hello friends, welcome to our next video of Master of Account series. This is CS Amir Totla this side, and we'll start immediately with our homework which I had given to you in the last video. In the previous video, we had looked into a few transactions and I had given you a few transactions for homework. In this video, we are going to discuss those transactions and then move on to a few new transactions. Okay, so let's start our day, friends. Come on. So the first transaction I had given you for homework was sold goods for cash rupees 500. So now what did you sell? You sold goods. Obviously you sold goods. But instead of goods, now we'll be using the word sales. When goods are sold, we call it as sales. When goods are bought, we call it as purchases. Remember this, okay? And the next question rises is how? So it can be either cash or credit. What is this? The answer has been given over here. It's cash. So we have our two accounts. The two accounts are cash account and sales account. One is cash, the other one is sales. So cash account is real. Sales account is real as well. Now you can take it as nominal as well. Sales account can be taken as nominal as well, but the answer is going to remain the same. So it's your call what you want to take it as. Now let us look at the rules of real accounts. So what are the rules of real accounts? The rules are very simple. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Okay, my friends, now let us have a look. What are we doing? We are selling goods and we are getting cash, right? So cash is coming in. So cash comes in. And as per the rule, debit what comes in, right? So cash account would be debited. And now, what is happening? Goods are going out. So goods are going out. Goods goes out. Sales goods are going out, and as per the rule, credit what goes out. So sales account would be credited. So now the answer would be, final answer would be cash account debit 500 to sales account 500. So this is our final entry, my friends. So I want all of you to have a look at the transaction. What did we sell? Goods. How? Cash. So cash real comes in debit and goods or sales real goes out credit. It's so very simple. Let's move on to the next transaction. Sold goods to Raghav on credit. Okay. Now, what did we sell? What did we sell to Raghav? We sold goods. But now because we have grown up, we'll not be using that account goods. We'll be using sales account. Now, how did we sell? Our question is answered over here on credit. So, how would it be credit? So, the next question would arise, to whom did we sell? To whom did we sell the goods? So, we sold the goods to Mr. Raghav. So, now we have our accounts over here. So, the accounts which are involved in this transaction are Mr. Raghav's account and the other one is sales account. Again, my friends, let me remind you, credit is just a type of transaction. It is not an account. So, Raghav account is personal in nature and sales account, as we have seen, is real in nature. You can take it as nominal as well, but the entries would remain the same. Now, for personal accounts, let's remember what the rules were. Golden rules of double entry bookkeeping system. The rules were debit the receiver and credit the giver. Now, Raghav's account being personal account, the rules of personal account would apply to it. So, we are selling goods on credit to Raghav. So, Raghav is the receiver, right? He is the receiver of goods. So, as per the rules, his account would be debited. Let's write down the rules for real accounts. Real accounts, the rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Now the question arises, sir, do we need to write these rules again and again? So yes, my dear friends, at least for some days we would be writing these rules again and again, so that these rules are so very imbibed in your mind that you would never forget it. Okay, so let's move on. So now we are selling the goods, right? So goods are coming in or going out, so they are going out. So if goods are going out, then as per the rules of real account, credit what goes out. So we have our answer. Raghav's account is debited and sales account is credited. So let us write down our final answer. Raghav's account debit to sales account, amount is 1500, and this is our final answer, right? So again, my friends, let us have a look at it. What did we sell? Goods, and how? Credit to whom? Raghav. So the accounts are Raghav and sales. Raghav personal, he is receiving the goods. Receiver debit. Sales real goes out credit. So very simple, right? So let's move on to the next transaction. Okay, I hope you have looked at this transaction. Let's move on to the next transaction. Rent received from Sham 2500. Now, my friends, let us understand. This is the business. Sham says he has paid us a rent. Now tell me one thing, how are we going to receive anything? We are going to receive anything either in cash or by check, right? If this is Mr. Sham, so he said he has given us a rent, we have received a rent, so we will receive a rent in form of cash or by check. See, when I say I received fees from my students, obviously I'm going to receive it in form of cash or by check. So here is nothing is told in this transaction. We assume that we have received the rent in cash. Okay, as nothing is told over here. And sir, how do you know? We know from this. We have received it, that's for sure. But it is either in cash or by check. But we have not been told that we have received a rent in form of check. So we are going to assume we have received rent in cash. And the other reason to corroborate my assumption is, in India, majority transactions take place in cash. So what did we receive from Sham? Rent. And in how did we receive it? So we received it in cash. Okay, we received a rent and how? Cash. So the two accounts are rent account and cash account. I'll write it properly. Now, rent account. What is the type of rent account? Nominal. What is the type of cash account? Real. So let's write down the rules of nominal and real again. For nominal accounts, let us remember what the rules are, my friends. If you remember, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains, right? I hope you remember. So easy. So debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Rent being a nominal account, rules of nominal account would apply to it. We are receiving a rent, it means it's our income. So rent is our income, and as per the rules of nominal accounts, credit all incomes and gains. So rent account would be credited. And for real accounts, now I feel you must have learned these rules by heart till now. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. We are receiving rent, so we are receiving cash. Cash is coming in, so obviously it would be debited. Cash is coming in, so obviously as per the rules it would be debited. So now we have our answer, final answer, cash account debit to rent account. If I'm not wrong, the amount is 2500. Cash account debit to rent account. This is our final answer. So again, let's have a look at it. What did we receive? Rent. How? Cash. Cash real comes in debit. Rent nominal. Income credit. So final entry is cash account debit and rent account credit. Now let's move on to the next transaction. Spot purchases 3,500. I feel this word has come to you come up to you for the first time. So what do you mean by spot purchases? It's very simple. Spot purchases means cash purchases. So if this is the business, my friends, we are purchasing goods and immediately we are paying the cash. So that is spot purchases, right? So what did we purchase? Obviously we bought goods, but the name would be purchases account. And how did we purchase? Again, remember, spot purchases is cash purchases. So how? The answer would be cash. So these are our accounts: purchases account and cash account. So purchase account is real and cash account is real as well. So let us have a look at the rules of real accounts. The rules are way too simple. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So what is happening? Goods are coming in. So goods comes in and cash is going out. Cash goes out. So as per the rule, purchases account would be debited and cash account would be credited. Right? So the final answer would be purchases account debit to cash account. Amount is 3,500. Right, my friends? Sorry, I wrote 0 extra. And this is our final entry. So spot purchases 3,500. What did we purchase? Goods. And how? Cash purchases real comes in debit. Cash real goes out credit. Now let's move on to the next transaction. Goods purchased from Rohan 3,500. Now my friends, here we have not been told whether the transaction is cash or credit. Now this would be based on an assumption. Now what is the assumption? Please do listen very carefully. The assumption is like this. If we are not told whether the transaction is cash or credit, but the name of party is given, then that transaction is assumed to be a credit transaction. Okay, I repeat, in case of purchase or sale, if we are not given whether the transaction is cash or credit, but if the name of party is given, then it is assumed to be a credit transaction. Remember this. If you want to write it down, write it down. I'll repeat it once more. If nothing is told but a name of party is given, if nothing is told but a name of party is given, it is assumed to be a credit transaction. Basically, it is an assumption. Okay, remember that. So, what did we purchase? We purchased goods. So, instead of goods, we'll have purchases. How? Now, remembering the assumption, as nothing is told and the name of party is given, we'll assume it to be a credit transaction. And the moment we write down how credit, the next question arises, from whom did we purchase? From whom did we purchase? We purchased the goods from Mr. Rohan. So we get our two accounts, purchases account and the next is Rohan's account. Now, purchase account is real, but Rohan's account is personal in nature, right? So let's look into the rules of real accounts. Because purchases account is real account, rules of real accounts would apply to it. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So we are purchasing goods, right, my friends? So goods are coming in. As far as I feel, goods are coming in. So as per the rules of real account, debit what comes in. So purchases account would be debited. And as per the rules of personal accounts, What are the rules for personal accounts? Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Now, who is Mr. Rohan? He is giving us credit, right? So, he is the giver. So, as per the rules, credit the giver. So, Mr. Rohan is the giver of credit. So, credit the giver. So, here we get our final entry. Purchase account debit to Rohan's account. And the amount is 3,500. Okay, let's have a look at the entry again. Goods purchased from Rohan 3,500. If nothing is told but party's name is given, it is assumed to be a credit transaction. What did we purchase? Goods. How credit? Whom? Rohan. Purchases real comes in debit. Rohan personal giver credit. Let's move on to the next entry, my friends. Purchase machinery from Jay for 5,000. Again, my friends, here we have not been given whether the transaction is cash or credit. Now, it all depends on our assumption. And what is the assumption? As I told you, the assumption is very simple. If nothing is told and party's name is given, it is assumed to be a credit transaction, my friends. So, what did we purchase? Machinery. Now, the question arises, sir, can we take machinery as purchases? No, my friends. Purchase is the word purchases is used only for goods bought. Okay, and what are the goods? Goods are articles or commodities in which a trader deals. So we are not dealing in machinery. So machinery is not our goods. Okay, remember that. Now how? As I said, if nothing is told, it's credit. And from whom? The answer lies in the question itself, from Mr. J. So we have our two accounts. The accounts are machinery account and J account. Now, machinery account by nature is real in nature and J is personal account. So, for machinery, the rules for real accounts would apply. The rules for real accounts are debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Repeat with me, my friends. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Okay, so we are purchasing machinery, right? So machinery is coming in. So as per the rules of real accounts, debit what comes in. So machinery account would be debited. Now let's write down the rules for personal accounts. Now what are the rules for personal accounts? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. We are purchasing goods from Mr. J. So Mr. J is the giver, hence his account would be credited. So Mr. J's account would be credited. So we have our final entry, machinery account debit to J account. And what is the amount of the transaction? 5,000. So this is our final entry, my friends. Machinery account debit to J account. I repeat, purchase machinery from J 5,000. As nothing is told, we assumed, and the party's name is given, we assume the transaction to be credit. What is purchase machinery? How? Credit whom? J. Machinery real comes in debit. J. Personal giver credit. So machinery account debit to J account 5,000. Okay, my friends, I feel we should finish this video over here. I'm giving you a few sums for homework, a few transactions for homework, and you are expected to solve it before you watch the next video. See, my friends, if you do not do the homework regularly, these videos would be of no use to you. You would be solving what I tell you. I want you to apply your brains to solve these sums. So, so if you want to apply your brains, please do solve these transactions on your own. Okay, so the first transaction for homework is till takings rupees 6,000. Till takings rupees 6,000. Now you might have a question, so what is till takings? Search for it, read your books and find it out. Till takings 6,000. Next is goods sold to Mohan 8,000. Goods sold to Mohan 8,000. Goods sold to Mohan 8,000. And the last one is Purchase of goods on account from Anand 7,500. Purchase of goods on account from Anand 7,500. Now what is on account? Again my friends, I want you to read your books and understand what is on account. You can search it on net and get the answer as well. I hope all of you must have liked this video. If you have liked this video, please do subscribe to our channel and just press the like button. Okay, we meet in the next video with these homework sums and a few more interesting transactions. Okay, let's continue with our vision to make all of you perfect at passing your journal entries. Okay, best of luck for that.